In the aftermath of capturing a fugitive from Western States Hospital in the Spokane Valley comes new questions about how he was able to escape in the first place. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Darren Watkins. The capture of Anthony Garver has raised new concerns tonight over why he was able to escape. Garver was behind bars after his first escape when he was accused of authorities of killing a young woman. The courts found him incompetent to stand trial, but what many want to know is why Garver's security level was ever lowered despite his best behavior. We begin our coverage tonight with KHQ local news reporter Katie Chen with reaction from local leaders. Katie?
Well, Darren, I spoke with some state legislators from Spokane, and they tell me that there will likely be an inquiry about what happened exactly with Anthony Garver. And I also did talk to them about if they have any plans, and they tell me that ahead of their January legislative session, they are thinking about what they're going to do about this. Anthony Garver's escape kept the community on edge, and it's something no one wants to see happen again.
And this should be deemed as unacceptable by every single member of the legislature.
State Representative Kevin Parker sat down with me to talk about what can be done.
And there's a fine line between how do you provide programs that help if you will, rehabilitate, and at the same time, keeping society safe. And so that's a tension that obviously the legislature is going to have to look at pretty closely next year.
He says there are several things needed to solve this. First, greater oversight of Western State Hospital. Second, reevaluating the effectiveness of programs and existing security. And third, legislation.
And I'd like the legislators to be proactive in saying that we have got to, if we're not going to have leadership from the top, we're going to have to do it from the legislative process.
Something important to him, especially since this happened in our backyard.
We have got to make sure that society is kept safe and that the legislature is overseeing this and providing stringent means so that this cannot happen again.
Now, as for Eastern State Hospital here in our own backyard, there have been 4 escapes since 1999, and Representative Parker actually tells me that there have been changes made to that hospital, but this is something that needs to be continually reevaluated. Reporting live in Spokane, Katie Chen, KHQ Local News.
Thanks, Katie. Police say that Garver is accused of brutally murdering a young woman, Felipa Evans Lopez, when he escaped back in 2013. He was never convicted of this crime because he was found mentally incompetent to stand trial. And new questions have been raised as to why Garver was downgraded to a lower risk status. Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich puts the blame on Western State Hospital for Garver's escape.
It's my hope that this time the Department of Corrections in the state of Washington find a way to make sure that this dangerous criminal does not escape again. This is the second time, and thank goodness, because of the good police work done today, there was not a loss of life like there was on the previous escape, where he killed a young lady very brutally with a knife.
The sheriff saying that he doesn't believe Western State Hospital took Garver serious, adding that the state budget cuts to his department means that catching Garver will cost the county plenty. In fact, he plans to send Governor Inslee a bill for Garver's capture.